What's going on, everybody? Man, I have been waiting to make this video so I could ask you guys all a question. How are you doing on your Amazon Influencer Program journey? Make sure you let me know down in the comments below because I'd love to hear from you and see what you're going through. Now, thanks to you guys leaving me comments and DMing me on Instagram, I think together from, you guys and me doing all kinds of research on this program, I think we're starting to unravel some really interesting, ideas, information, and facts about this Amazon Influencer Program. So I'm excited to talk about all that stuff in this video, and thanks again for your support and your help in helping me kind of navigate my journey and other people's journey on this YouTube channel as well. So make sure you stay till the very end because I think my last tip is going to be really beneficial and just something that nobody's really talking about. So make sure you stay till the very end, like, comment, subscribe to this channel, and turn on post notifications because I'm not stopping anytime soon. Now let's jump into the rest of the video. The first tip that I want to talk about is just experiment. Experiment with your kind of content, with the videos you're posting. Make sure you're using lists, photos, videos. That could be horizontal videos, vertical videos, all types of different kinds of content on your channel. But it doesn't stop there. Make sure you're changing up your titles, your thumbnails, and adding and doing different things to them to kind of see what's getting people's attention. You can't name every video the same thing, or you can't use, the same thumbnail across all your posts because you're not going to really get to gauge your audience and see what they're liking and what's making them click on the video. What might make you click on a video might be different from, the customers shopping on Amazon. So make sure that you're changing up this kind of content and looking back at your analytics to see what videos and what titles and thumbnails are bringing in the most clicks. Now, something to keep in mind when trying this out is whatever you put on your video title, thumbnail, and item, when you submit your video for approval, you cannot change it. And then once it is approved, you can edit it at that point, but just note that it's going to take another 2 days for them to process it just by changing the title, the thumbnail, or anything. Any change you make will resubmit the video and you'll have to wait another 2 days for it to be approved and published on your storefront. So there is a delay between all of that, so make sure you're naming and using the right thumbnail on your first try. The tip number 2 that I have for you guys is just paying attention to the amount of videos you're putting out and the amount of videos other people are putting out. Quality is definitely not their concern. Quantity is people's concern. If you look at some of these influencers, they are putting out thousands of videos. Now, that is just something to keep in mind when you are comparing yourself to other people. If you're comparing yourself to other YouTubers and other influencers and just thinking like you're not doing something right or you're not good enough, just note that they are putting out so much more content than the average person can maybe make. It is definitely doable, and you and I and any of us can put out thousands of videos like some of these other people. But some of these other influencers are paying people to make videos for them. Some of these other influencers are not a one-man show. Some of these other influencers, are putting out so much content because they're using like their mom, their dad, their brother, their sister. All these other people are involved in their channel. So make sure when you're complaining or comparing yourself and your numbers to other people that you're comparing yourself on an even playing field, because that's not even at all. If I were you, I would just focus on making the most amount of content that I can make while maintaining my job, my lifestyle, everything else that I have to do. You may have kids, you may be in school, you may be working a full-time job. These things are going to limit you and the amount of content that you can put out, and those things are more important than your side hustle. But if you're ready to grind and work after hours and, figure out ways to make more time in a day so that you can, crank out these videos, then do it. But if you have to do other things, then you're just not going to be able to put out the amount of content that some other people are. And that's okay. Just do what you can do. Remember, this is a marathon, not a sprint. And so eventually you will be at the same number as some of these other people. You might just not get there at the same time as these other people or as fast as these other people. Now, while I'm on this topic, I do want to just show you real quick on my screen that Amazon has kind of done this new thing with storefronts. Let me get it pulled up real quick. So if you go to an influencer's page, so I have this one up for example. If you go to an influencer's page and you look right here under this like search bar, it'll show you how much content that this channel has. Now this could be lists, this could be photos, and this could be videos. So this doesn't mean he has 2,496 videos out, but that's how many posts he has on his storefront. So this is a huge number. But let me show you some of these other people we're up against. This is the French Glow. This is a couple and they have 1,237 posts. This guy, Tools Electro DIY, this is one where he has 2,546. I don't know how many people are working for him or if he's a one-man show, but he has a ton. Now this one is crazy, but this one we already talked about in a prior video, and I explained how they could not physically be doing this on their own. They have a bunch of people doing videos for them, and look at how many posts they have. And I feel like that's not even an accurate number. I bet you they have more. That's just where Amazon stopped keeping track. They have 10,000 posts. That's absolutely insane. So remember, just don't compare yourself to these types of people, because I could never imagine being at 10,000 posts. That's crazy. So if you're comparing your income to their income or commission, it's gonna vary so much. So just don't do it. It'll just throw yourself off track. It'll make you feel like nothing, and you might even make you quit. So don't do that. Tip number 3 that I don't think many people are talking about is commission changing. Now, I have been looking all over the internet, and it's really hard to find the exact commission prices because, like I said, it's always changing. Now, I do have a list that I think is semi-accurate, but what I wanted to talk about on that note is just that when I first joined the Amazon Influencer Program, I heard that whenever somebody clicks on your video and they make a purchase, if they make any more purchases for like a couple hours or an hour or something like that, you would also receive commissions for those items. I have seen where, you know, some people's top item isn't even an item that they have a video for, and that's just because somebody purchased that item while using, you know, like an hour after they watched one of the videos that person has made. So I knew that was a thing. I knew you were making commission off of other products as well. Now, it seems like Amazon is changing that. Let me show you on my screen the commissions report. Okay, this is what the commission rates look like for an Amazon influencer, right? Now, I don't know if it's changed up or not, but this is kind of where like you get to see how you make the most commission, what kind of products and all that, right? Now, what I'm seeing or what we're hearing is happening is, for instance, if you have a video on a kitchen appliance, right, and you're making 4.5 commission, if somebody watched your video, makes a purchase, and purchases other items in the kitchen category, you will receive commissions off of those items. But if they purchase something from, say, the automotive category, or even like a different commission like outdoors, you will not receive commission off of those purchases. So this is something different that Amazon is rolling out because of a change that they made internally. This leads me to talking about how this program is ever changing, how you should not get comfortable with it because something that might be working could easily be taken away. And you don't want this to be something that you're depending on, because we do not know and we have no control over what Amazon is going to do and change to this program. Another thing about this is if you're comparing yourself to somebody who was making a ton of money because of all of these things and the way that commission used to be, then you're going to feel defeated because you're not making anywhere close to what they were making. But the reason they were making that was because commissions were different. So just, like I said, believe in the journey, believe in what you got going on, and don't compare yourself to anybody else. Tip number 4. Abide by Amazon's best practices at all times. No matter what's working for other people and what's not, make sure you familiarize yourself with the page on Amazon's website about its best practices. And if I were you, honestly, check it often just to make sure there hasn't been any changes. Because I have definitely seen comments and DMs from people just like you and I that have been kicked out of the program and they don't even really know why. There was even somebody who was approved and they got their blue lock taken off, and then for some reason Amazon emailed them again and was like, hey, you got to take down your videos and you're not approved anymore. So this can change. This could happen to anybody. You're not invincible, you're not untouchable. It can happen to you. So my tip and my suggestion to you is follow Amazon's best practices and they will reward you. It specifically states on their website, if you adhere to the best practices, you will unlock placement on Amazon product pages, on search engines, or on search results, and also on Amazon's homepage. Now, yes, Amazon's homepage. Do you know how many clicks and commissions that will bring in? So just make sure you're following the best practices. Now, I have an example here that I kind of wanted to show you, and this is the Amazon homepage. I was just on it, and if you scroll down a little bit, you see this home improvement video guides, right? These are Amazon influencers who are on the homepage. So this is the first guy I see, Radar Road Warriors. I clicked on him to check him out, and look at this. He has 115 posts. This is nothing crazy. This is a small influencer just like us. This could be any of us. 115 posts is so much more doable and feasible compared to someone who has 10,000 posts. So he has 115 posts and he was on the home page. His thumbnails look really good, and I bet him being featured on the home page is gonna get him a ton of clicks. Now, he's not the only one. There's another one right here called ToolRev. I clicked on him. He has 34 posts. This is so much less than 10,000. And check it out, his thumbnails are just as good, and guess how much clicks he's gonna get? I have no idea, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a lot. So just don't ever give up, don't underestimate yourself, and you never know. You can have one of your 3 videos could end up on the homepage for all we know. We have no idea. Just make good content and let Amazon do the rest. Amazon is gonna place you where they wanna place you, and you have no control over it. So don't worry, don't stress, let Amazon do the work. Tip number 5 for you guys. Now, my tip number 5 is to really pay attention to your view duration. Your view duration is very important, more important than we even may know. That could be the analytics that Amazon is using to promote your videos and decide where your videos should be placed. So with that in mind, making super long videos that are going to be boring or not hold the attention of your audience is not necessary. Keep the videos as short as you need to make them to hold the audience throughout the entirety of the video, whether that be extremely short videos or longer videos. It's up to you. If it's a 10-second video, it's a 10-second video. Do what you need to do to keep the attention span of your audience. If you do that, things are gonna work out for you and everything's gonna be okay, I promise. Just make sure you're keeping an eye on that, and don't worry about just drawing out your video for a certain time limit. But also, like I said in tip number 1, test it out. See what works for you. If the short video works for you, that's the route you should take. If the longer form videos are working for you, take that route. I've seen it different ways. Just pay attention to view duration, because that's going to be a very important stat on your Amazon storefront. Now, if you made it this far in the video, I thank you so very much, because I'm very passionate about all of this. I want to motivate you to start a side hustle, to start the Amazon Influencer Program, and just use this as a fire to keep going and keep doing a lot of other things. Because I truly know that there's other things you want to do that you have not started. So let this be a sign, or let this be, some kind of motivation to you to do whatever it is that you have in your mind. Now, a tip number 5.5. Kind of goes back to the best practices, but just be careful with what you're doing on the program. I would highly suggest against taking in free products to do a video review for. Now, some people are saying it's okay and some people are saying it's not. But when I was talking about, I heard somewhere that people were getting kicked out, it was a podcast that I listened to that Amazon kicked this guy out of a program because he was doing that, because he was taking products for free and making reviews on. So be very careful and just know if you're doing this that you're risking your Amazon influencer program and it could be shut down. So be very careful with that and just be very careful with other things that feel kind of fishy. If it doesn't feel right or if it feels sketchy at all, I would advise against it. So good luck. That's all I have for you guys today, but I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope your journey is going well. Let me know in the comments down below and smash that like button. And if you need a video to watch about how to find good products on Amazon, make sure you check out this video right here because it's really gonna help you out. Thank you.